Asylum, also called Exeter, also called Black Cat. So this is a 2015 movie about possession in a haunted old hospital slash asylum. And yes, it's not a particularly original premise, and we have seen it all before, but is it worth seeing again in this movie? So like I said, this is a recent movie, and this has been quite heavily publicised on things like Facebook, which is actually how I kind of got drawn to this movie. And it's just been released here in the UK, and I have to say, it's a fairly well made film. It's a very well made film, actually. Now, the premise here, to give you a brief sort of summary, it really focuses on a group of teenagers, really. So they go partying in this kind of burnt out asylum, which has, you know, got a history and dodgy stuff's going on, etc. You know, there's all been sort of rumours of witchcraft and the like basically have been going on in this place, and they decide actually during a in a party to try to do some occult ceremonies and unwittingly summon a spirit, which is of course dangerous and jumps from partygoer to partygoer, causing havoc and death. Throw into the mix, you've kind of got this this priest, which you know, has a kind of connection to this place, and that's your movie pretty much. So, like I said, it isn't a particularly original film, and you have seen this type of film many, many times before, right back since the 80s probably. But like I said, the technical side of this film is very well made. It's a very slick looking film. So anything from the production design, the sets all look fantastic, I think, and the makeup is very good. So when we see that the guys that are possessed, they all look pretty good. There's quite a lot of gore here. There's some quite interesting deaths. My particular favourite is this one guy gets his kind of head sliced in half. The acting is all sort of passable. For this kind of level of film, you've got Stephen Lang, who was the bad guy in Avatar, who you may know. He's kind of the only sort of real named actor you have here, and he plays this this priest. But here's the problem with this film, and it's really just that this is so uninspired. This is such an uninspired story. It is just the kind of everything you'd expect from a kind of straight to DVD movie, horror film, unfortunately. And unfortunately, aesthetically, it's very good. And I mean, and when you watch this film, you're kind of thinking, man, if they had kind of spent a little bit more time on the story and just not making it so kind of cheesy and just typical horror film filled with these horror cliches, and even down to the cast of teenagers. You've got you've got the stoner, you know, you've got the kind of the hunky hero, you've got the kind of the chubby guy, etc. So you know, everything is just there that you've seen so many times, and unfortunately, that is the film's undoing, and this is why I'm guessing it's, you know, it is a straight to DVD release, because unfortunately the kind of the work a little bit that's done on the aesthetic side is just thrown away in favour of just going for the same old kind of jump scares. And you know, I was kind of watching this film hoping that we'd get this sort of sense of fear and dread that you sometimes get in horror films, even in sort of, you know, very low budget films. They can, even if they lack effects, which this film doesn't. This film does have quite a lot of effects. They can still give you this kind of this eerie, spooky atmosphere, which this film simply doesn't do. I don't know why, but it just seems to just go this kind of bombastic pace, and there's lots of kind of jump scares, but, you know, and bombastic sort of violence, but no real kind of atmosphere, no real sort of ambience in the air or sort of sense of fear, which is a shame. So you don't get that kind of that unsettling feel to it, and it just sort of comes across as a bit cannon fodder, quite frankly. It isn't a bad film, like I said. If you like you want a bit of a time waster, but with, you know, that looks pretty, check this film out, because it does a decent enough job of having a well-made horror film, but we're just not going to remember the story in you know, an hour after you've seen this film. So for that, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. So it's probably better than average in regards to just the way it looks, but story-wise, it's not going to progress it any further than that. Have you seen it? What did you think of it? Leave a comment, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.